Celebrate yourself for your hard work. Celebrate yourself for your achievements. However, you know how to celebrate yourself. Let friends celebrate you. It's okay. Let your husband celebrate you. When you achieve something and people want to celebrate, it is not the time to say, oh, I have something to do. Let it go, girl. Celebrate yourself. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel, Life, Love, and Relationship. My name is Oluwakemi. Hi, guys. Welcome to this episode of Life, Love, and Relationships. On this episode, we're going to be discussing a really, really important topic: how to love ourselves as women. How to love ourselves generally as human beings. But in this particular episode, we're going to be talking about how to love yourself as a woman, because guess what? It is the woman's month. Loving oneself is very crucial to our emotional, psychological, and well-being in general. And whether we like it or not, as women, the way our makeup, our body constitution, the way nature has blessed us with the ability to produce and nurture by virtue of the very essence of our being. It is really easy to not pay attention to taking care of yourself, but pay attention to taking care of the people in your life, brother, even as a sibling, your brothers, your parents, as a wife, your husband, as a mother, your children, and even in career. You can erroneously concentrate, or rather just pay much more attention to taking care of your colleagues, just wanting to ensure that everybody around you is okay. And it's okay, really, because that's just our makeup. That's just the way, God has gifted us, the way we reason, our body constitution has been made up to nurture others. But here today, we're here to remind you that it is very important to take care of yourself. Here are some ways that you can love yourself as a woman. Prioritizing self-care. Prioritize self-care that includes emotional, physical, and mental health. This can involve regular exercises, a balanced diet, make sure you sleep very well, and relaxation techniques such as meditation or yoga. You just need to ensure that you are taking very good care of yourself. And what is self-care to another woman may not be self-care to you. There are things that you do that just helps you, just brings out the wholesomeness in you. Things that I've mentioned so far are the things that can generally boost your mood. Exercises, yoga, ensuring that you're taking very good care of yourself health-wise. All those things are basic things that you must do. But there are also personal things that you can do. Whatever it is that you love doing, that makes that feminine side of you to come out, that makes you feel like a wholesome woman, please go ahead and do it. Prioritize it so that you can give the best version of yourself to all the people in your life that you need to nurture. Another way of ensuring that you love yourself is to set boundaries. Learn to say no in family and even professional relationships. When you know you have reached your limit, learn to say no. There's no harm in saying no, because it is when you are a wholesome version of yourself that people can experience you in a wholesome manner, and the vibe, the energy that you give is positive. Setting boundaries helps you to protect your energy and maintain a certain level of self-respect. And like I always say, the best relationship you have in the world, the best relationship you would ever have, is the relationship you have with yourself. Every other thing stems from that. People see how you take care of yourself, that energy, it oozes out. People feel it, people smell it, people sense it. So it's extremely important that you are constantly prioritizing yourself. So set boundaries as much as possible. To love yourself, positive self-talk is another thing that you must practice. In fact, you must do this as many times as possible every day. Positive self-talk. Erase every negative thought that comes into your mind, because we know that the thought we allow to thrive in our mind, it has a way of showing in the energy that we put out when we're relating to people, or just basically how we feel. The thoughts that you entertain has a way of affecting how you feel. So replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Do that all the time. Speak to yourself. Tell yourself, Oluwakemi, you are doing well. And this reminds me, last week my daughter was in the hospital, so we were there for some days. And I remember I was on the hospital bed with her. I had my laptop, I was doing some work, and all of those. And it got to a point after a few days that, girl, are you really this superwoman? Do you really want to go on like this? And I had to tell myself, you know what? You can only do as much as you can do. You're doing well in all of these. Your daughter is not feeling well. Here you are trying, your nanny has gone. So really you're trying to attend to everybody at home while still staying in the hospital with your daughter. So regardless of what is dropping, girl, you are killing it. Tell yourself. When that thought comes that, oh, I should have done this presentation. Oh, I haven't done this. I haven't done that. With the circumstances, with everything that is available, with the options available to me right now, with the circumstances that I currently find myself, I am doing the very best possible that I can. But you would only feel good saying this when you ensure that you have actually put all the facts on the table and you are really giving the best of yourself. So analyze the situation. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently given the circumstances? What could I have done better? If you tell yourself that within the time frame, within the circumstances that present themselves to you, these are the only thing that you can do. Because there's this thing that we say, that we think rather, that strong. In fact, I actually avoid people calling me strong woman, because I think it is just a facade. It is a trap to make you think that you can do everything. You can only do one thing per time. Yes, we can multitask, but the thing is, for your brain to be able to give itself, to be able to give the very best of itself per time, you can only focus at one thing at a time. So if you're at the hospital staying with your daughter and you have your laptop, you're trying to do some presentations, for some client meetings and all of that, and you're doing that and your mind is still telling you, please celebrate yourself. Given the circumstances, you're probably given the best that you can give. So celebrate yourself. Please, girl, acknowledge your strength and your achievement rather than focusing on your shortcomings. Please, you are worthy of celebration. You are making much more impact than you probably would even, tell yourself. So please pat yourself on the back. Again, acknowledge your strength, acknowledge your achievement, and celebrate yourself. Another way of showing love to yourself is to forgive yourself. No one is perfect. You are going to have those days where you will know that you could have done better. But pondering on it for so long, unfortunately, you cannot go back to that time and fix it. For those things that you have the graces or the privilege to fix, please go ahead and do it. But for the things that time, God alone is the potentate of time. You are not in charge of time. So for those things that you cannot change, please forgive yourself and move on. Just take the lessons available in those things and move on with your life, and ensure that those lessons you are using them to your advantage to avoid future occurrences or to do better in similar circumstances that will present in future. Forgiving yourself can also mean acknowledging your shortcomings, trying to see what you can do about those shortcomings, letting go of the past. Like I said, what you cannot change, please let go of it. Don't overthink things. We know ourselves. My gender, we love to overthink, overanalyze. The things that you cannot help, please remember to drop it and forgive yourself. Another thing that you should do, another way of loving yourself rather as a woman, is to pursue your passions. Pursue the passions that are important to you. There are things that just make you feel awesome, things that make you happy. You're just happy doing those things. So please engage in activities that bring you a sense of joy and fulfillment. This can be writing. For me, it is writing. It is, listening to my voice. For some people, it can be painting. It can be reading. It can be, traveling. It can be learning a new skill. It can be gardening. As much as they feel like activities and work, they have a way of just making you feel good. Please engage in those type of activities. those type of activities. Just pay attention to the things you do that make you feel good, that just brings you a sense of joy and fulfillment. Please, as much as possible, engage in those types of activities. That is a sure way of loving yourself. Please invest in personal growth. Invest in your personal growth is your responsibility. There's this thing that we hear now, that when they talk about increased self-confidence for the woman in the workplace, what really makes you confident as a woman is the level of skill. Don't allow people to lie to you. The more you are skilled at doing something, the more your confidence would improve. I know that there are times that we are also skilled at something, but for whatever reason or the other, maybe we're overwhelmed or we are shy, those shortcomings, or we're judging ourselves. You may not come across as being able to do the job the way you really know how to do the job. But please, to improve your confidence, practice what you love doing. Get really, really good at what you do. It will definitely help you. It's a sign, it's an obvious sign to anybody that you're taking good care of yourself, because you love yourself and you're mindful of how you are, how people respect and honor your expertise at whatever you do. Personal growth may just be reading, may just be taking up content that helps you to expand your knowledge about your career or what it is that you're doing. It can be taking courses that interest you. Just make sure that you're giving yourself an opportunity to grow and get better at what you do. Another way of loving yourself as a woman is to seek support. And usually, we are so blessed in Africa. We have a communal system. When you need help, please don't hesitate to ask for help. So, for instance, you have your mom, your sisters. Maybe you need to get a nanny. Like Pastor Ibukun Awoshika always says, that you can, as a career woman, you can create a system that works for your home. It doesn't mean neglecting your duties, but then you need to identify those things that other people can do for you and separate it from the things that other people cannot do for you. You get what I mean? There are things that no other person should do for your husband, right? And there are things that no other person should do for your children. But you guys understand how important that one is. Things that nobody else should do for your husband. So you need to be able to separate those things that nobody else can do for you. In fact, nobody else must do for you. Nobody should do it for you. So create a system that works. If you need somebody to come in to clean, just so to ensure that you're not overwhelmed with the daunting responsibilities, countless responsibilities that you have to carry out as a wife, as a mother, as a career woman. Create a structure, create a system around your home that works, but just ensure that those things that no one can do for you, I'm saying it again, those things that nobody should do for you, nobody should do on your behalf for your husband. Please make sure you're paying attention to those things. So please support yourself with people who uplift you, people who encourage you. Even in your career, make sure you have people who are mentoring you, people who are showing you the way. I am very blessed to have women in my life who are constantly mentoring me, who I speak to very regularly. We have set periodic times that we talk about what's going on in our career, what's going on in our home. They're older than I am. They've been there before I got, they've been there before me. So I can learn from the mistakes they've made. I can learn from how it's been easy or difficult for them. And then they can show me the pathway on doing it a better way, or just showing me how they have done it and it has worked for them. I can then decide, do I want to continue in that same route, or do I want to build a system or a pathway that would work for me, but taking lessons from their lives and how they have done what they've done. Celebrate yourself for your hard work. Celebrate yourself for your achievements. However you know how to celebrate yourself. Let friends celebrate you. It's okay. Let your husband celebrate you. When you achieve something and people want to celebrate, it is not the time to say, oh, I have something to do. Let it go, girl. Celebrate yourself. It's okay to be celebrated. And there's this thing that we do as women. When people compliment us, I am also learning to take it in. When people say, oh, you look good, or oh, I love the presentation you made, don't say, oh, really? And I've not finished that presentation, no. And I was thinking, just say thank you. They loved it. The love did, girl. You did well. You've done something great. Just say thank you. Acknowledge that you've done, that somebody thinks that you've done a great job. Please don't talk down on yourself. Don't give all the excuses to say, oh, I wanted to add this one. I thought I didn't do you well. No. Somebody says you've done a great presentation. You've won this client. You've been promoted. Just say thank you. Take it in, girl. Take it in, girl. Take it in. Another thing that you should do from time to time to show yourself some love, girl, is to practice mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness and meditation. It helps you to stay present. It helps you to stay aware. It helps you to really be in control. And as women, if there's one thing we must do, is to regulate our emotions. Girl, practicing mindfulness and meditation helps you to put a hold on your emotions, because there are usually many things going on in your life at the same thing. Relationships with friends, relationships with siblings, with parents, relationship with your children. What's going on in your children's life has a way of affecting you as a mother, right? What is going on in your husband's life has a way of affecting you as a wife. So it's very important that you're continually in the present of what's going on in your life. And this will take me to my next point, which is practicing gratitude. Because sometimes all the things happening in your life can feel very overwhelming. But practicing meditation and mindfulness can help you to stay in the present and remember the things that are going well for you as well. Everything in your life cannot be bad. God is not a wicked God. He is always a good, 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 good Father. But as Yoruba say, "Ẹni tó bá mọ inú rò, á mọ̀ pẹ́ dù." It is when you think deeply, it is when you meditate that you can remember the good in your life and then show gratitude. I know I've said this in several of my videos. Practicing gratitude, it has a way of just providing healing, providing stillness, providing quietness, raising your heart, raising how you feel about yourself, raising how you feel about your world. It just raises the bar at every point in time about how you feel about yourself and about certain situations. And I know that practicing mindfulness and meditation can help you to walk into gratitude because you stay aware and present. You can, it can help you to have a awesome collection of the different graces that you've enjoyed so far and that you are currently enjoying. So guys, women rather, we must love ourselves. We must show ourselves love all the time, because that is the only way that the people in our lives can get the very best of us. When we were growing up, we used to wonder, our mom used to cora. I don't know the English word for cora, but they were always on the edge every time. The thing is, your children are watching you. They are watching how you love yourself. They are watching how you take care of yourself. If you do not prioritize yourself, if you do not take care of yourself, remember that your children are watching you, and the behaviors that you're showing them now is likely what they will also grow up to do to themselves, to overwhelm themselves with the care of others without taking very good care of yourself. So if you cannot do it for yourself, please do it for your children, because children learn by observing what we do, not what we say. When you love yourself, it's easier for you to be more compassionate. It's easier to show compassion to your children. So there's no need to nag. That's the word I was looking for. There's no need to nag at your children simply because you feel overwhelmed and then you take it out on them. Even though you think what you're doing, maybe you're cooking for them, but you're tired. It's for them, actually. You're right. But you don't need to take it out on them. So please take care of yourself so that you can show more patience and compassion to your children and even to your husband and to everybody around you. Loving yourself can help you to build resilience. Loving yourself can help you elevate the level of fulfillment you feel as a woman, because it helps you to build contentment. You're doing everything that you should. As you're taking care of yourself, you're also taking care of others. So please, guys, show yourself some love this weekend. However you need to get pampered, please do it. With all my love, thank you so much for watching this episode of Life, Love, and Relationships. If you're yet to subscribe, please press the subscribe button right now, and see you next week. Bye.